Everything, everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
What is it that when it comes to Terence "Bud" Crawford, it becomes impossible for even the best fighters to figure him out? They watch him, they analyze his footwork, they break down his knockouts, and they all come away with the same flawed conclusion. When fighters like Shawn Porter, Kell Brook, and Errol Spence Jr. signed their contracts, their trainers went to the film room and prepared for a man who fights orthodox and southpaw.
I mean, it's basically the same. I just got to pay attention to when he switches. I mean, it's basically the same thing as if he switched to southpaw. Same thing with me fighting the southpaw. It's just the orthodox, the same thing as me fighting orthodox fighters. Just when you recognize when he switches.
They drilled defenses for both stances. They were prepared for a two-sided attack. But what they didn't know, and what the public completely missed, was that they were only preparing for half the man. Crawford's style isn't a technique, it's a system. A devastating three-level system designed to dismantle the most elite boxers in the world before they even know what's happening.
No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
The first level of Crawford's system isn't even about landing punches. It's psychological warfare. In elite boxing, everything is built on rhythm. The jab is a metronome, a constant beat that establishes timing, measures distance, and sets up every power punch. It's the foundation of the entire. Terence Crawford destroys this metronome. He switches stances, not to immediately attack, but to pause the fight. He'll be in an orthodox stance, and just as his opponent finds a beat, Bud flips to southpaw. In that instant, his opponent's brain overloads. You can see it in the footage. Fighters like Shawn Porter, who are known for their relentless aggression, visibly freeze for a split second. Their entire system has to reboot. Their mind is scrambling, recalculating every single thing. What's the new range? Where is the jab coming from now? Is my lead foot on the inside or outside? Is he going to throw a left hook or a right straight? You can see these moments of hesitation in the highlights of their fight.
This can get ugly quick.
Tried to catch him with that.
Well, he has to with a guy that can hit. It has to.
By the time they have the answers, Crawford has already switched back or switched again, forcing another system crash. He isn't just fighting them, he's corrupting their data. In those half-second forced recalculations, Crawford has stolen the entire pace of the fight. He's no longer fighting their fight, he's making them fight in his. Once he's scrambled their mind, he starts to play with their body.
Great exchange from Terence Crawford right there. Canelo's landing, but not like Terence Crawford in this exchange.
This is furious action.
This is level 2, the defensive. Most fighters have a set toolkit for defense. They slip, they pivot, they block. Crawford simply vanishes. The second level of his switch hit isn't an offensive setup, it's a defensive masterpiece. It's an escape route built into his very stance. We've seen him cornered against the ropes, a place where most fighters are forced to shell up and pray. His opponent, sensing blood, commits to a huge power punch. And in the single instant it takes for that punch to travel, Bud is gone.
Crawford. Nice left hand by Alvarez, immediately answered by Bud. That's all you need to see right there. He's getting the respect.
He uses the motion of the switch as a pivot, an angle off, and an escape all in one fluid movement. He's not there anymore. He's inches to the left, in a new stance, at a new angle, completely safe, and already looking for his next counter. These inches matter a lot when it comes for a punch to land. This is what frustrates his opponents to the point of desperation.
Amir Khan, he's still throwing.
Oh, there is that right hand. He survived it. That was nasty, wasn't it?
All set up by.
How do you hit a target that won't stay in one place? How do you attack a man who won't even stay in one stance? He's not just dodging a punch, he's completely exiting the line of fire. He resets the entire engagement on his terms, often leaving his opponent punching at empty air, looking foolish and completely off balance. It's not just elusive, it's demoralizing. This is where we have to address the great southpaw myth. This is the part everyone thinks they understand, but it's precisely where they get it most wrong.
He fights so well with his hands down. You don't know where stuff's coming. You don't know whether it's coming up, whether it's coming around, whether it's going straight at you. And you don't see it until you're looking at his body. And
for decades, the orthodox versus southpaw battle has been defined by foot placement, the open stance advantage. The idea is that a southpaw's lead foot is on the outside of an orthodox fighter's lead foot, creating a dominant angle for their power hand. Most people watch Crawford switch to southpaw and they think, okay, he's just creating new angles for his left hand. He's setting up his straight left or his left hook. Here is the reveal, the final devastating level 3. Terence "Bud" Crawford is a naturally right-handed man.
Because at first, when I go southpaw, it was only, my right. Then when my hand got messed up, just started working on the left, and it started getting stronger and stronger, and I started getting more accurate. Because at first, just throw it just to be throwing it, and then it just got to a point where my left was actually way stronger than my right when it came back, so I had to get my right back stronger.
He writes with his right hand, he throws a ball with his right hand. It is his dominant, most coordinated, most powerful limb, and yet he spends the vast majority of his most important fights in a southpaw stance. This is the final level. In an analysis by Connell's Combat, he's not a switch hitter, he's a right-handed southpaw. This single fact changes everything. It reframes his entire style. It means that for his entire career, he has put his strongest, fastest, most coordinated, and most powerful hand, his right hand, in the front position. For any other fighter, the lead hand is the jab, a rangefinder. For Crawford, his jab is a power punch. It's his right hand. This is the weapon that was hidden in plain sight. It's the weapon that confused, frustrated, and ultimately shattered Errol Spence Jr.
To say that even if you're a right-handed person, there's an advantage to fighting as a southpaw, because you have your most dexterous hand, the hand that you have the most control of is your lead hand, and you're also fighting in this unusual stance that is only what is southpaws, maybe 2 out of 10 people, something like that.
Let's look at the tape of that annihilation. Errol Spence Jr., one of the greatest southpaws of this generation, walked into that ring a unified champion. He, like every other southpaw, was trained his entire life to deal with an orthodox fighter's left jab. He was expecting to parry a feeler jab, a rangefinder. Instead, from the very first bell, he was met with something he had never experienced before. He was hit over and over with Crawford's power hand right jab. It wasn't a feeler, it was a stiff, concussive, damaging punch that landed with the force of a right cross. The official PBC highlights show this punch landing again and again.
Favors Spence. Back comes Crawford with the jab. Down goes Spence. How quickly that changes.
That single punch, coming from an angle he was not prepared for, and with power he did not anticipate, changed the entire fight. It stunned Spence, it broke his rhythm, it bloodied his face, and, as we later found out, it reportedly fractured his orbital bone. That right-handed jab was the key. It did all the damage. It set up the blindingly fast left-hand counters, and it led to the first knockdown. Spence wasn't just outboxed, he was trying to solve a puzzle, while Crawford was wielding a sledgehammer.
There's a big left by Crawford, backing up Spence, and digging to the body. Spence is hurt. As Crawford, and down goes Spence for the second time in the fight, and Spence is hurt. The 7th. A big shot, down goes Spence for the 3rd time in the fight at the end of the 7th.
This is why Terence Crawford is untouchable. It's not 3 separate skills. It's one terrifying, interconnected, and flawless system. Level 1, the stance switch, acts as the rhythm killer, psychologically scrambling his opponent's fundamental timing. Level 2, the defensive ghost, uses that same switch to make him vanish, baiting his opponents into overcommitting and punching at air, making them look desperate and foolish, and just as they are confused, frustrated, and overextended, he unleashes Level 3, the right-handed southpaw. He punishes their mistakes with a power jab from an angle they've never been trained to see, and follows it with a power hand counter they can't possibly anticipate. It's a complete and total system of domination that no one has been able to solve.
And another combination! From 2 different ways.
his shocking domination of champions in 5 different weight classes, from lightweight all the way up to his undisputed championship at welterweight, is the ultimate proof he's not just beating them, he performs a total annihilation. Terence Crawford's switch hit isn't just a technique. He doesn't just adapt to his opponents, he forces his will onto them, making elite world champion fighters question the most basic fundamentals they've known since their first day in the gym. He's not just playing chess while they play checkers, he's invented his own game, a game only he has the rules for. He hands his opponents a puzzle, and just as they think they're about to solve it, they realize he's been holding the most important piece the entire time. As he stands on top of the sport looking for his next challenge, the question isn't, who can beat Terence Crawford? The question is it even possible to crack the code he's created, or will he retire as the only man who ever truly understood it? So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.